Hello everyone, welcome to Education Lecture. The purpose of starting this channel is nowadays many colleges have started online classes, and in these online classes many may understand, many may not understand the lessons, many may have technical issues in which in middle you may miss your classes or the lecture. So here I have come up with the idea of making this channel for you people to ensure that you understand your lessons better. So today first I am going to start with second PUC English literature or lessons. Second PUC is very important year in which you have board exams. Never feel tensed about that, and English is a subject where you can score more marks and increase your percentage in your exams. And this is your English textbook. Textbook name is Springs, and I will be taking all the lessons and poems, that is from the first poem Romeo and Juliet till the last 14th poem Water. So let's get started. This is your first poem, that is Romeo and Juliet, written by William Shakespeare. Behind the poem they have given about William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 and died in 1616, is an English poet and playwright, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. Preeminent means outstanding dramatist. He is often called England's national poet and the Bard of Avon. Bard means poet, Avon means birthplace, poet of birthplace. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright. So William Shakespeare has written 37 plays, 10 tragedies, 10 histories, 17 comedies, 154 sonnets. About the poet, they won't ask anything in the exam. Just to give you an information about it, I read it. So let's go to the poem. Before the poem starts, they have given a small summary about it. The two noble families of Verona. Verona is a name of a place. The Capulets and the Montagues were sworn enemies. Sworn means strong. In middle I will be letting you know many word meanings. So if you want to note it down in your textbook, you can. Or those who have textbooks can see their textbooks and listen whatever I say. Those who don't have textbooks, please see the video. I will be showing you every para, every word, whatever is given in the textbook. Romeo and Juliet belong to rival families. Romeo is the son of Montagues and Juliet is the daughter of Capulets. Old Lord Capulet hosted a grand supper. Supper meaning is dinner. Though Romeo belonged to the family of Montagues, though he belonged to the rival family, he attended this supper, dinner, in disguise to see Rosalind. So Rosalind was his first lover. There he sees Juliet on the dance floor and is fascinated by her beauty. So when the supper was hosted by old Lord Capulet, and Capulet daughter was Juliet, and Juliet was on the dance floor with other ladies dancing. So Romeo sees her for the first time and is fascinated, mesmerized, lost in her beauty. After the dance, he learns that she is the daughter of Lord Capulet. She feels attracted to the man refers to Romeo here, from the enemy family. The following verses express their implicit feeling for one another. So here are two paras about their feelings. So you can just note it down. Romeo belonged to the family of Montagues and Juliet belonged to the family of Capulets. And just to information, Prince of Verona was Aeschylus, Aeschylus. This question may not be asked in your exams, just to give you an information. These two paras are both feelings, means Romeo's feelings against Juliet and Juliet's feelings against Romeo. So these two paras may be called as a soliloquy. Soliloquy. Soliloquy means speech made by one person. So these poems and all will be taken as dramas in many places. So at that time, one person tells about their feelings. See, the innermost thoughts of a character spoken loudly. So while drama, a person speaks loudly about their both character, whatever they feel. So this is a soliloquy. This question also may not be asked in your exams. It won't come. Just to give you information, I am telling you all this. So let's go to the poem. Romeo. Romeo, here he belongs to the family of Montagues, and here Romeo is telling about Juliet. He is describing about Juliet in this para. So, oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Doth means they have given here in the meanings. Doth. Here it is an old usage word. Doth means does. So, oh, she does teach the torches to burn bright. So Romeo is saying Juliet is so fair, so white in complexion, that torchlight is also very dim in front of her. She is only teaching the torches to how to burn bright, how to be spread light over everywhere. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night. Cheek of night is a personification, and cheek of night means at night there will be many stars in the sky, moon, which may look brighter in the darkness. So Romeo is also saying that Juliet is also so white, fair, so beautiful, that in front of other ladies, that during the supper she had done in a dance, right? During that time, when he sees, he tells that in front of other ladies, Juliet's beauty is so nice, like a cheek of night. Night sky is so beautiful. So he is describing that she is cheek of night, as a rich jewel in an Ethiopia's ear. Ethiopies means, Ethiopia is an African. You know how Africans are in dark complexion. So in an African's ear, if we hang a rich jewel, as a rich is a simile over here. So a rich jewel in an Ethiopia's ear. So if you hang a big large diamond in an Ethiopia's ear, the diamond may be sparkling and looking beautiful on her. So that sparkling diamond refers to Juliet over here. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Romeo is saying there that Juliet's beauty on this whole earth, no one would have seen such a beautiful lady. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows. So snowy dove, they will ask you this, snowy dove. What does Romeo describe Juliet as? Snowy dove. Trooping. Trooping means bird assembled together. Means when she was on the dance floor, other ladies would be there with her, right? So trooping with crows. So he is describing other ladies as crows. In front of Juliet's beauty, Juliet is so fair, so white as a snowy dove, that other ladies are like crows. As yonder lady over her fellow shows. Yonder means over there. They have given in the meanings over there. So as there, as over there lady over her fellow shows. So she is only a lady looking so beautiful in front of other ladies. The measure done, and this is also main. This main, they'll ask this. They will ask this, measure done. Measure done is the most important meaning. They will ask, measure done is dance ended, you may mark in your books. Measure done, dance ended. The measure done, I will watch her place of stand. So the dance has ended. So Romeo wants to see where Juliet is standing, and touching her makes blessed my rude hand. So he wants to see where Romeo is standing and where she is gonna sit. So when she is sitting, he wants to touch her hand. Her hand is so soft, so beautiful that Romeo's hand is so rude, rough. Here they are given rude, roughly formed. So his hand is so rough that touching hers make blessed my rude hand. So touching Juliet's hand will make Romeo feel that he's so blessed to touch such a beautiful lady. So these two lines are very important. This and this line is very important. They may ask you questions. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight. Forswear means to give up something. Sight means eyes. So here he is asking himself question, did my heart love till now? Because he comes in disguise to see Rosalind. He thinks Rosalind as his lover first, but after seeing Juliet, Juliet is so beautiful that he is only thinking, did my heart love till now? He is thinking, that was my true love. That was really a love or what? He is only questioning himself. Forswear its sight, to give up something else. He is not believing himself. For I never saw true beauty till this night. So he is saying that like Juliet, so such a beautiful lady, I have never saw till this night, till the day, till he was loving Rosalind before. But after seeing Juliet, he is thinking till the day when he saw Juliet, he never saw such a beautiful lady at all. So this is what Romeo described about Juliet. And here Juliet is describing about Romeo. So here they both fall in love, seeing each other. So Juliet is calling Romeo that, come night, come Romeo, come though day night. This though they have given here you day in night. So Romeo and Juliet, they are fascinated and attracted to each other. They have started loving each other now. They had planned to meet at night. So Juliet is waiting. She is saying that day should pass away soon and night should come so that she could spend much more time with her beloved Romeo. So she is calling, come night, come Romeo, come though you day and night, please come fast. She is saying. They both have become so attracted, so lovable to each other that they are so eager to meet. So Juliet is saying, describing about Romeo here. For though you wilt means will, lie upon the wings of night. Here she is saying wings of night. He'll come in the wings of night, and here Romeo had told about Juliet that she is cheek of night. So be careful here, wings of night and cheek of night. Okay. Whiter than new snow on a raven's back. So she is describing that Romeo is also fair, so nice. New snow, when the snowy season has started and the first few snow falls, that is so beautiful to see. So she is saying Romeo as a new snow on a raven's back. Raven is a black bird. So in front of a black bird, he is so white, so nice to see. She is saying about him like this. Come gentle night, come loving black broad night. Black broad night is a personification. Black broad are eyebrows of Romeo. She is saying come fast. Night should come so soon that she is very eager to see when Romeo will come and see her. Give me my Romeo, and when I shall die. So she is saying night should come fast. She should get her Romeo as soon as possible. And Juliet is saying when she will die, take him. Him is here Romeo. Romeo, and cut him out in little stars. So little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine. Heaven so fine is a night sky. Night sky. So Juliet is saying here that when she will die, take Romeo and cut him into a little stars and place them in the night sky. So when the stars are placed in the night sky, it will be so beautiful. Whenever we see the night sky filled with stars, we feel so beautiful, right? Stars are sparkling. So she is also saying that let Romeo become into little stars in the night sky. This also they may ask, what is face of heaven? Night sky you have to write. That all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Garish is Gaudi. Means lurid, unpleasantly bright, obtrusively bright. So garish sun, sun is so harsh, his brightness will be affected. No one likes the garish, very bright sun. Everybody likes the pleasant night filled with stars, moon, the sparkling stars. So Juliet is saying when Romeo is placed into little stars, everyone will be in love with night. Everyone will start loving the night sky, and no one will pay worship. No one won't like the day when the sun is present. No one won't like that sun, garish sun, and everyone will be love with night. So this is about the poem. They may ask you questions whichever I had told you to mark. Those are most repeated ones, and just a small summary I will tell you once. That in short, Romeo is describing about Juliet that she teaches the torches to burn bright, she hangs upon the cheek of night, she is a rich jewel on an Ethiopia's ear, and she is a snowy dove trooping with crows, and measure done. Measure done is also very important. Very important. They may ask this question compulsory in your exams. So these are few main points that Romeo is describing about Juliet. And Juliet is describing about Romeo that he will come upon the wings of night. He is a new snow. He'll come on raven's back. And Juliet says that when she will die, cut him into little stars in the face of heaven. Face of heaven is night sky, and everyone be love with the night sky. Short summary, and I'll be saying you the 1 mark questions. Meanings, you have to know the measure done meaning is very important. And so the first question which is given in the textbook is the phrase teach the torches to burn bright suggests Juliet's glow is brighter than the light of the torch is the correct answer. As I had told that Juliet is so fair, so bright in complexion that the torch light is also dim, dull before her beauty. And another answer also you can write, her beauty surpasses the brightness of light. The same meaning only. If they have given these two options, you can write any one, or anyhow, whichever option you get in this, pick the correct one. These two are the correct answers. Second question, for earth to dear suggests that the lady's beauty is divine. For earth to dear, it is given in the poem stanza. Earth to dear, Romeo describes the beauty of Juliet. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So, as I had told, she is so beautiful. So they are given divine. You can't write rare, expensive and all. The correct, precise word is divine. So the next questions is third question, the measure done. As I had told, this is a very important question. Measure done connotes, suggests the completion of. Measure done. What does it suggest? The dance organized by Lord Capulet is the correct answer. The line, did my heart love till now, suggests Romeo feels this is true love. As I had told, right, he is asking himself a question that whether he had true love to Rosaline or not. So he is saying Romeo feels this is true love for Juliet. The phrase new snow suggests description of Romeo's charm. So Juliet will describe about Romeo that he is new snow. So she is describing of Romeo's charm. If you want, you can write the meaning of discreet is hidden. Hidden meaning, what do you think the phrase face of heaven signifies? Face of heaven means night sky. I had told you this is night sky. So here just they are given two big answers. What similes does Romeo use to convey Juliet's beauty? Or they may ask a question like, how does Romeo glorify or praise Juliet's beauty? Next question is, how according to Juliet would Romeo be immortalized, remembered to the world? Okay, so if you know the story well, you can write easily the big answers briefly, whatever you have understood. And many may be losing marks in 1 mark questions. So I have few questions. You may just note it down, which is almost repeated in the exams. 1 mark, because 1 mark many will lose marks in that only. At least 4-6 mark question you can write on your own if you have understand this story. So I'll just say the questions. If you want to note down, you can write. I'll say the answer also with it. So first question is, according to Romeo, who teaches the torches to burn bright? So answer is Juliet. Second, what according to Romeo does Juliet teach the torches? Answer is to burn bright. Third question, Juliet is compared to a rich jewel in an Ethiopi's ear. Rich jewel is the answer. It is a fill in the blank question. They may ask you anything in 1 mark. It may be fill in the blank, it may be choose the correct answer, it may be one word. That one word also in the exam tension you may forget. So 1 mark is also very important in the exams, right? So I am saying these 1 mark questions which are repeated often in the exams. And fourth question is, Juliet is compared to a snowy dove trooping with crows. Snowy dove is the answer. Fifth question, whose beauty is too rich for use, for earth too dear? Answer, Juliet. Sixth one is, who does Romeo refer to as crows? Answer is the other ladies in the hall. I had told you, right, with Juliet, other ladies also are dancing with her. So Romeo refer crows is the other ladies in the hall is the answer. Seventh one, as yonder lady over her fellow shows. Write in quotations. So for that, under that questions are, Whom does Romeo refer to as yonder lady? Answer is Juliet. Second question under that is her fellow her fellow. It is there in quotations. Refer to. Answer is other ladies. Eighth question. What is meant by phrase the measure done? I told right, measure done is very important. That question they may ask. So answer is dance has ended or dance ended. You can write answer. Ninth question. What does Romeo want to do when the dance ends? So answer is to touch Juliet's hand. 10th question. Why does Romeo want to touch Juliet's hand? Answer is rude hand will be blessed. Rude hand will be blessed. 11th question. For I never saw true beauty till this night. It is in quotation. I here refers to dash. Answer is Romeo. See, why I am telling these questions are because many a times in tension we may leave even the easy questions which may have only such one word answers. So you should not lose even a single mark, so that I am helping you in this way. So 12th question is Juliet invites dash in her soliloquy. It is a choose the correct answer question. Option A, day. Option B, night. Option C, stars. So the correct answer is B, night. In your exams, we have to write option B, night, so that the evaluator will be what to say, he or she will be okay, she has written the correct answer, because only if you write answer in the choose the correct answer they won't get to know. So even if you write the option A, day, or option B, like that you have to write the answer. So here correct answer is B, night. 13th question. According to Juliet, Romeo will come flying upon the wings of dash. Options are A, raven, B, crow, C, night. Answer C, night is the correct. 14th one. Whom does Juliet refers to as day in night? Answer Romeo. 15th one. Romeo is compared to dash on a raven's back. Answer is new snow. 16th one. What does Juliet want night to do when she dies? Answer, cut him up. That is, cut Romeo into little stars and place them in the night sky. 17th one. Face of heaven refers to options A, blue sky, B, cloud sky, C, night sky. Answer C, night sky is the correct one. 18th question. What does Juliet ask the loving black-browed knight? Answer, to bring Romeo. When, according to Juliet, would the world be in love with night? Answer, when Romeo is cut into stars and everyone prays. 20th. Why, according to Juliet, will the world stop worshipping the sun? This answer is quite a big answer. The world will stop worshipping the sun when Romeo's presence as stars in the night sky will make the night sky appear beautiful. 21st question, that is last one. Juliet believes that Romeo will be immortalized. That is, immortalized means remembered to the world. Options A, if Juliet gets married to Romeo. B, if Romeo is cut into stars and set up in the night sky. C, if Romeo visits Juliet at night. Option B, if Romeo is cut into stars and set up in the night sky. This is the correct answer. I hope this video was very useful to you. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and comment whether you have understood or not understood, or you have any what to say, you have any problem with my teaching, anything, whichever you have doubt regarding this chapter, or sorry, this poem, you can just comment in the comment box, so that even I would get to know whatever mistakes I have done, and it will be encouraging me to do further videos. So please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you.